Good afternoon, welcome back to our channel. So today we're gonna go ahead and go over the 57 Chevy. The 57 Chevy is up for sale, so if you're interested, I'm gonna go ahead and give a walk around of the car, tell you a little bit about it, fire it up, and then we'll put it up on the rack and go over the bottom of the car for you. So the car is a 1957 post car, right? It's not a hardtop, it's a post car. I like post cars because they seem to ride better. They have a firmer feel to them. The car is an original V8 car. The car is an original 283 small block. When one of these cars is a 6-cylinder, the radiator will be on this side because the engine is so long. When it's a V8, the radiator will be on that side. The car does have power brakes. The engine was rebuilt. Has a AC compressor. Has a whole vintage air system with cooling and heating. Optima battery. Fire extinguisher mounted out here for safety. Then you have your big condenser for your air conditioning. Bottom of the hood, real good condition. Car's a little bit dirty. It's been sitting up on the rack for a couple of months. But I decided to go ahead and bring it out today in the evening, get a good video of it for you guys. The car was restored, I'm going to say about 17 years ago, and I'll show you guys pictures of that here in a little bit. So 283 small block, 700 R4 transmission, a factory GM rear end with 331 gears, I believe. Interior of the car is in really great shape. Nice door panels. Doors are in great shape. Windows roll up nice and easy. Both rear and front windows. Bench seat. I am a tall guy, so the seat is moved back. They sell these brackets at year one that allow you to move the seat back without having to modify anything. Carpet's in real good shape. Headliner. Let me zoom out a little bit for you guys. As you can see, even the dome light works. Rear seat. Great shape. Rear speakers. Sunshades. Dash is matched. It's painted to match the interior. And it's got a matching steering wheel. Car is on Right-Tech front springs and 3-inch lowering blocks in the back. Everything is super clean about this car. It's got a 6-disc changer, which everybody always talks about at the car shows. Everybody says I've never seen one of those. Real good condition. Spare tire. Trunk, real good shape. So I said, car's a little bit dirty. The car is a pearl white, but it is an older pearl white, so there's a little bit of yellowing in the paint here and there, but it shows good. I'd give it maybe about a 7 out of 10. Bottom of the doors, everything is solid. Rockers are solid. Interior is really nice. Here's your vent plate. Got a little sticker on there letting you know that the car does have air conditioning. Car does have electric wipers, so no worries there. Windshield is in excellent condition, nice and bright. All the windows, everything was replaced on the car. So as you can see, everything is in really good condition. There is a tiny crack right here on this window right there, but it hasn't run. I've had the car for a while and it hasn't moved, so long tube headers, 100 amp 1-wire alternator, Edelbrock carburetor, Edelbrock intake, MSD distributor, MSD coil, MSD box, and again your electric power windows. It does have a breaker to isolate the alternator in case something happens there. It'll pop that breaker and keep anything bad from happening to the car. Let's fire it up. The car does have an electric choke, so it doesn't take much to fire it up. Objects in the mirror are losing, by the way. That's pretty cool. Let's just get the keys out here. Excellent oil pressure. Goes right to 50 psi. Car runs nice and cool. The bolts I haven't connected yet, but it does have the one wire 100 amp alternator. It does require you to give it a quick wrap, and that'll excite the alternator. Basically, it'll turn it on, right? So now the alternator starts charging. That's unfortunately that's how one wire alternators work. You got to give them just a quick wrap. It does have an auto gauge tachometer. As stated, here's your AC system. Blows nice and cold. You've got a center vents here, and then you've got a vents at each corner. Stereo system, I won't turn it on because YouTube will kill the video, but I'll turn it on for you so you can see how it works. This stereo does control the CD changer. You've got speakers in the kick panels down there, and then you got another speaker in the kick panel down here. Everything works as it should. Turn signals. Interior lights glow green. Here, I'll walk around outside so you guys can see the LED lights. The car does have LED. Has LED tail lights, and it's got an LED third brake light. That's for safety. Here's your license plate light. Car sounds great. It's got a small cam in it, but it's just, you know, just enough to give it a little bit of a nice sound. It's not overdone. Belt squeaking a little bit. Like I said, I haven't turned it on in about 2 months, so the alternator is basically trying to recharge that Optima battery right now. But as you can see right here, I'll go around this side. The AC compressor is on, blowing nice cold air. Again, if you're in Florida, if you're in Texas, if you're in Arizona, then that's basically what you want. You need a car with AC. Blowing nice and cold. Very cold, actually. If you have a lady that's gonna go cruising with you, she will appreciate the fact that you've got air conditioning in the car. It does have this old school, basically drink holder. I throw a bunch of stuff in there. I mean, I got some back pain pills. I've got you know, just a little random stuff in there that I throw in here. I got my glasses, you know. What I was gonna do in the future, if I was gonna keep the car, I was gonna make a center console for it, like a custom center console that matched the car. And actually TMI, if you know that company, they actually have a center console, and all you gotta do is send them a picture of the material and they'll match it for you. So, yep. There we go, turned off the AC. One thing that's cool about this car is that it does come with a lot of, what do they call it? I don't remember the exact word for it, but it does come with the original invoice from the purchase of the car in Georgia. The car was sold to Miss Fanny Cash in Georgia. Back in, what's the date on here? Does that say February 15th? February 15th, 1957. 1957 two-door sedan. Got your VIN number, or what they call your serial number. Back then, the car came with a Power Glide. Right now, like I said, it's got a 700 R4. And it was purchased for the original price of whopping $2,300. This comes with the car. And I'll show you guys a little bit of what's in here. Has the owner's manual, the original 1957 owner's manual. Has the owner's policy, owner's warranty book. Comes with it, again, with Miss Fanny Cash of Georgia. February 15th, 1957. Nicholas Chevrolet, authorized dealer on Alexander Street. There's all the paperwork that came with the car from the factory. And originally the car was purchased in black. So this was an original black car, right? The previous owners took the car down to the frame. Bunch of pictures when they had the car. You can see it still has the original air cleaner that is on the car now. Motor was pulled, rebuilt. Here's the car being taken off the frame. And there is the frame. And when I put it up on the rack, you guys will see that it has that gray, it's like a Cerakote coating that they put on it to prevent corrosion. I'm just using that because that's a name I've heard. Maybe you guys know of another of what that's called. But again, this gray color is on the frame, and that's to prevent corrosion. There you go. Frame's coated. Frame being worked on. Here's the differential. When I put the car up on the rack, you're going to see that the differential is still in that color. Small block Chevy being painted, prepped, put back in the car. All this will come with the car. All these pictures will be included. So if you want to show the car, you'll be able to show it off. Bottom of the car, so you can see solid as can be. There's the car being put back together. There's the gas tank. When I put the car on the rack, you're going to notice that the gas tank still looks like new. The car, the speedometer, the odometer was reset, I'm assuming, when they rebuilt the car. So right now it's sitting at 6,920 miles. I'm assuming that's the mileage on the car when the car was put back together. 6,920 miles. That's basically what's on the car now. I don't drive it much. I take it just out to a few shows here and there. I'm more of a muscle car guy, so I'm trying to get back into a muscle car. And that's the only reason I'm moving on the car. As we move forward, here's the body work they did on the car. And then I'll show you guys, I'll jump forward to when they started prepping it in white. And there's the car being painted white. There's your interior, your dash being color matched to the interior. There's the car done in white, sitting on rally wheels. Right now, like this, it's sitting on Krager's. When I purchased the car, it was actually sitting on Krager wheels. But I sold this to a buddy that needed them for his project. And then we put the 17s on the car. There's the new headliner being installed. So again, a lot of cool stuff on this car. My asking price said is $50,000. I'm gonna leave my phone number in the video so you can reach out to me if you want to bid on the car. You know, good solid car. Horn really nice and loud. Horn button's actually right here. So really nice old car. You can basically drive anywhere, jump in and go. 1957 Chevy 2-door post car, 283 small block, 700 R4 transmission, cold AC, odometer gauges, tack, really nice interior, no rips, no tears. The headliner is amazing. I know there's a lot of other cars out there, but good luck those cars being this nice. If you're going to spend money on a car, on one of these cars, this is the car you want. Unless you're looking for an LS anything, then you know you're going to spend a ton of money on an LS car. And I actually have a 6.2 LS engine that I was going to put in here and a 480 transmission. But man, I didn't want to cut it up. I didn't want to mess with it. I decided just leave it alone. The car's done so nice that I said, nah, you know what? I'm not going to mess with it, man. I'm not going to throw an LS motor in it. You know, if I throw an LS motor in, if I put that 6.2 with fuel injection in it, then we're going to be asking $80,000-$90,000, right? And I don't want to do that. So, yep. Steering wheel, nice leather wrap steering wheel. Anyway, let's put it up on the rack. Let's go over the bottom of the car so you guys can take a look at it. I'll leave my phone number if you want to call me. My name's Mark. Go through my YouTube. You're going to see we have a bunch of other cars on there we've sold, including a car we purchased from Kamikaze from Street Outlaws. We've got a Texas DPS Mustang on there that we sold. And yeah, you know. All right, so let's get it up on the rack and let's go over that. So as I stated earlier, the car had a frame off restoration, I want to say about maybe 17 years ago, according to the photo album that I received from the previous owner. So we got the car up on the rack now, and we'll do an under body coverage of it. As you can see, the gas tank is still fairly new. That was actually replaced during the restoration. You can look inside the fenders. Look at this back panel here. It's all nice and clean. New body mounts. This is just basic surface rust. The car has a coating on the bottom. It looks like a Cerakote coating all over it. And that's just to keep corrosion down. But we'll zoom out. You can see the floor pans are intact. Solid as can be. Differential is the stock differential, again with that coating on it. I believe it's got the stock 331 gears in it. Continuing on down here, we've got the 3-inch lowering blocks with some helper springs and shocks on it to give it a decent ride. The fill plug does have a little leak on it right there, but that's not a big deal. Pretty sure we can just remove it and put a little bit more silicone or gasket sealer in it and it'll be fine. Floor pans are really nice. Again, new body mounts. You can still see them right there. Parking brake, everything works. Body mounts again. Everything in real good shape. We'll go around again. It's got a 2¼ inch exhaust. Flowmaster mufflers. These are seat belt bolts. .700 R4 transmission. Little seepage there. Like I said, we hadn't turned the car on probably about 2 or 3 months was the last time I drove it, except for just today to pull it out. But yeah, it's got an aftermarket cross member for the transmission. Brackets welded in, and then the mount sits on that. long tube headers. The only patch we found in the whole floor pan, we found a little patch right here. That's right under the driver's footwell area, but it had already been repaired, replaced. Everything else is in really good shape. Frame is in excellent shape. Again, body mounts are perfect. Engine still displays bright orange. I'll say everything's really nice. I think we may have a small valve cover leak. I haven't really dug into it, but that's about all I could find on it. A little seepage from one of the valve covers. You can see the Ritec springs here. Front disc brakes. Car does not have power steering, but it does have an original style steering wheel, so it's easy to turn. Mechanical fuel pump. Again, disc brakes. Look at the front. Got a sway bar. And again, that Cerakote coating on the frame front to back. Everything is solid as can be on this car. You're not going to find one that's more solid unless it's a very, very low mile car. Like I said, the car did go through a frame off maybe about best I can guess, again going off the pictures, maybe about 17 years ago is when it went off on the frame off. But they did a really good job on it. They put new bumpers on it. Bumpers are nice and bright. Car's a little bit dirty. Like I said, it's been sitting up there for a while. As far as rust, the only thing I found a little bubbling on this door right here, right on this corner. The car does have a pearl paint job, as I stated earlier, but it's an older paint job, and older paint jobs, they tend to turn a little bit of they get a little bit of that yellowing from the metal flake. Tires, new as can be. Wheels, 17-inch. Little surface rust here. What I was going to do, I was going to hit it with a little Scotch-Brite, tape it all off, and then just get some base white paint and just go over it real quick. Right. Door's got a little bubbling right here. Other than that, quarters are solid as can be. Inner fenders are solid as can be. Frame again, really nice shape. All the body mounts, really nice shape. Here's the other body mount. Let's look at the other side. Doors are a lot nicer. Doors a lot nicer shape on this side. And again, quarters are in real good shape. Front fenders, everything's as solid as can be. So yep, like I said, like I stated earlier, 283 car, factory V8 car, 700 R4, cold AC, runs and drives great on the highway. I've had it up to about 90 on the expressway, and it runs as solid as can be. I do have a rear sway bar for it that I have not installed because the exhaust is in the way. In order for me to install it, I'm going to take it to a muffler shop, cut the rear tailpipes off, put the sway bar on, and then have the tailpipes re-welded on. But after I put the front sway bar on, we found that the car actually runs really great with it, and the new Ritec spring, so we just left it alone. I will include it in the sale. And again, the car was serviced at our shop, Hub City Hot Rods. So again, if you're interested, let me know. I'm asking $50,000 on the car. I think it's well worth it for a good driving, solid 57 Chevy that all you got to do in it is get in it and maybe pump it once and fire it right up and then go. That's all you need to do, right? So again, I'll leave my phone number here on the video. Give me a call if you have any questions, if you want to talk about the car, if you want to discuss anything. I am in deep South Texas. That's south of Corpus Christi. We're about 5 hours south of Houston, about 8 hours south of Dallas. So if you want to call me and discuss the car, give me a call and we'll talk about it. $50,000 is the asking price. You know, you're not going to find a 57 Chevy. There's a lot of them out there without AC. So if you're in Texas or Arizona, you're going to appreciate the fact that the car has air conditioning. So anyway, if you have any questions, like again, about who we are, look at my other videos. There's a ton of other sell videos on there of other cars we've owned and sold. So yeah, you know, bid with confidence. If you want to call me. We'll discuss it. So thanks for watching. And again, I'll drop my phone number here in the video. Give me a call. Now, please, you know, if you're going to call, you know, about the car, that you're interested in the car, call me about the car. I don't mind hearing stories about cars that you've owned in the past or, you know, whatever. But I'm kind of busy all day long at work. So, you know, if we can keep the conversation strictly about the car, about buying the car, that would be great. All right. Again, thanks for watching.